Lucius Antonius Seneca, a famous Stoic thinker who thought a lot about what it means to live each moment to the fullest, said, "Once you stop worrying about tomorrow and dwelling on the past, you will find true peace and happiness." How often do we forget that the key to a peaceful and happy life lies in the present? Stoicism is a philosophy that is both useful and deep, and it gives us a way to navigate the rough waters of everyday life and find the calm harbor of a lifetime. But what does it mean to live a peaceful, wise and happy life? How can we skillfully weave Stoic principles into every experience and decision? Imagine that each down is not only the start of challenges, but also the sign of a day full of chances to grow. Discovery and finding peace. The Stoics said that the key to a happy life is not in being diplomatic, but in having a strong link to virtue and always living in accordance with your highest values. As we wrap up, let's look at 10 Stoic ways to bring more knowledge and peace into our daily lives. I want you to think about this. Are you ready to look at your daily habits through the lens of Stoic philosophy? Come with me on this trip as we look around. Stoic practices that have stood the test of time and can help us live a life of deep peace and lasting knowledge in a world where happiness doesn't exist. This is not a far-off dream. It is a real possibility that we can reach with each breath and choice we make. Number 1. Reflect on your goals and priorities. As the world wakes up in the calm light of dawn, it's a great time to think about our plans and goals. A behavior that comes from the Stoic school of thought. Even though he was busy running the Roman Empire, Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, took the time to think about his goals and priorities. In his personal writings and meditations, he recorded thoughts that helped him remember his moral and philosophical beliefs. Often thought about how short life is, how important it is to be fair, and how important it is to seek virtue above all else. This practice of self-reflection helped him handle the challenges of his job with wisdom and calmness. His life shows us how important it is to start each day with reflection so that our actions are in line with our deepest values. This way, we can live a life full of meaning and peace. Now imagine being in Marcus Aurelius's place and taking a moment every morning to think about the day ahead. Ask yourself, what is truly important today? Are my actions reflecting my deepest values? This simple practice can have a huge impact on our lives. It's about separating the important from the unnecessary and walking with purpose instead of letting life's relentless pace sweep us away. By giving ourselves time to think about our goals and priorities, we don't just plan our days, we shape our lives. This is a chance to recalibrate and make sure that every action is based on our personal philosophy, which brings us closer to the peaceful and wise life that Stoicism teaches us to seek. In this daily ritual, we find clarity in the midst of chaos, strength in purpose, and peace in knowing that our actions are in line with who we really are. Let's embrace this Stoic practice, letting the morning's peace and quiet help us remember who we are and who we want to be will lead to a day and a life full of wisdom and peace. Number 2. Visualize potential obstacles. When trying to reach any goal, it's important to know and plan for possible problems that might come up. When you visualize possible problems, you think about the problems that might come up and how you might solve them. This proactive method can help people get better at solving problems, boost their confidence, and make it more likely that they will achieve their goals. By picturing problems, people and groups can come up with good ways to deal with them, which will help them stay focused and strong throughout their trip. Figure out possible problems. Think about and write down the problems that might come up as you try to reach your goals. Think about both internal, like not having the right skills or drive, and external, like the state of the market or a lack of resources factors. Look at the effects. Think about how each of the problems you've found might affect your progress. Set priorities for obstacles based on how bad they are and how likely they are to happen. Make plans for what could go wrong. Make detailed plans for how to deal with each possible problem. Make a list of steps you can take to lower your risks and the effects of problems on your goals. Mentally practice your answers. Imagine that you are facing and getting past these problems. Mentally run through situations where you can handle losses well and stay on track. Keep being adaptable and flexible. Be ready to change your plans if new problems come up. Keep an open mind and be ready to change your plans and look for other options. By following these steps, you can improve your ability to see possible problems coming, plan good responses, and keep moving toward your goals. Number 3, focus on what you can control. We have direct control over our own thoughts, feelings, hopes, and desires, as well as the things that push us away. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, tells us of how powerful it is to focus on what we can change. This Stoic knowledge not only shows us the way to peace and wisdom, but it also gives us the strength to handle life's rough seas with grace. Take a look at the story of Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism. He survived a shipwreck and lost almost everything he owned. Instead of giving up, Zeno saw it as a chance to focus on what he could control, his response to the situation, his view on loss, and his search for knowledge. This change in focus led him to create Stoicism, a philosophy that has helped many people find strength and peace within themselves, despite outside circumstances. Zeno's journey teaches us an important lesson. We regain our power when we focus on the parts of our lives that we can change, like our actions, thoughts, and reactions. This doesn't mean ignoring the problems and challenges we face, but rather realizing that our true power lies in how we deal with them. Imagine using this Stoic strategy in your daily life. Every morning as you look forward to the day, ask yourself, what can I change today? How can I respond with virtue and wisdom, focusing on what we can control, like Zeno and Marcus Aurelius did, will help us turn problems into chances to learn and grow, leading to a life of purpose, resilience, and peace. Let's follow their lead and make today and every day full of wisdom and peace. Can you share a story about how this principle of focusing on what you can control helped you change? Please leave a comment below. For personal and professional success, it's important to focus on what you can control in a world full of unknowns and things you can't change. This method lowers stress, boosts efficiency, and improves mental health. Focusing your energy on things that are within your control gives you the power to make changes and improvements that matter, which leads to a happier and more healthy life. Figure out your circle of control. Know the difference between what you can control, what you can affect, and what you can't do anything about. Put your efforts where they will have the most effect. Keep your reactions in check. You can't change the things that happen around you, but you can change how you react to them. Learn how to control your emotions and find ways to deal with problems so you can stay calm when things get tough. Set goals that are doable. You should only set goals that you can actually reach. Break them up into steps that you can handle to keep feeling like you're making progress and completing things. Make your health a priority. Make sure you take care of your mind, body, and spirit. A balanced diet, regular exercise, enough sleep, and mindfulness techniques can help you stay strong and on track with your goals. Get better at accepting and adapting. Accept that you can't change some things. Develop the ability to change so that you can handle new situations without getting too stressed out. Instead of seeing change as something that will stress you out, see it as a chance to grow. Number 4. Affirm your values. It was said by Sebastian that value is not money, but a delicate balance of hope and hunger. A person's worth is not based on outward praise or financial success, but on their virtues and the honesty of their actions. This shows how important it is to affirm our values in the pursuit of wisdom and tranquility. Affirming your values means being aware of them and living your life in line with them. It means knowing that your true sense of self-worth comes from how well your life fits with the ideals of justice, courage, moderation, and wisdom. Think about the story of Kay the Younger. He's admired in Stoic history for his unwavering dedication to his beliefs, even though he was under a lot of pressure from political opponents and the corruption of his time. CTO refused to give up his beliefs for personal gain or safety. His life showed that staying true to your values in the face of hardship is the best way to be wealthy and wise. Kay's journey shows how affirming our values can change our lives. By sticking to our principles, we face life's challenges with a sense of purpose and integrity. This dedication to our values guides our choices and actions, giving us a sense of inner peace and self-respect that no outside force can take away. Affirming our values is not just an act of self-assurance, it's a deep practice of aligning our every thought and deed with the virtues we cherish. By doing this, we cultivate a life of tranquility and wisdom, living up to the Stoic ideal. Since our deeds and character show what we really value, let's reaffirm our values every day. They will give us the strength to handle anything that comes our way with grace and virtue. A strong practice is affirming your values, which means naming, speaking out, and acting on your core beliefs and principles. This process helps you match your actions with who you really are, which leads to a more satisfying and real life. You can make better choices, build stronger relationships, and grow personally and professionally if you know and affirm your values. This lesson will talk about what values are, why it's important to support them, and how you can make this a part of your daily life. Knowing your values. Values are the core ideas that shape how we act and what we choose to do. They show us what's important to us and affect how we act and talk to other people. Values are things like being honest, having ethics, caring, and respecting others. Finding out what you stand for is the first thing that you need to do to live a true life. Getting to know your core values. Before you can affirm your beliefs, you need to know what they are. Think about what ideals were at play in situations that made you happy or uncomfortable. You could also think about people you look up to and the traits you value in them. Making a list of these ideals will help you see what's most important to you. Putting your values out there. Once you know what your core ideals are, you need to make them public. You can write them down, tell other people about them, or make a personal goal statement to do this. Making a list of your values helps you stay committed to them and makes it easier to live by them every day. Getting actions to match values. If you want to live an honest life, your deeds need to match your values. This means making choices that are in line with your views, even if they are hard. Check often to see if the things you do and the decisions you make are in line with your values, and if they aren't, make changes. Thinking about and reinforcing. It's important to think about your beliefs and how they affect your life on a regular basis. Take some time to think about whether your actions are in line with your goals and find ways to make them better. Setting goals and making action plans that are in line with your values will help you stay committed to them. To stay consistent and motivated, surround yourself with people and places that support your goals. By stating your beliefs, you build a strong base for a life with meaning and satisfaction. By doing this, you can stay true to yourself, make choices that matter, and create a life that is in line with your most important beliefs and values. Number 5. Take time for reflection and writing. The keys to a wise and peaceful life can be found in the solitude of thought and the careful act of writing. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, set a good example of this by meditating every day, even though he was in charge of a big empire and things were always going wrong. Marcus shut himself off in his own thoughts, thinking about his actions, his feelings, and the lessons of Stoicism. By writing down his thoughts, he not only made them clearer, but he also strengthened his resolve to live a good life. At first, Marcus's meditations were meant to be private. Reflections has stood the test of time as proof of how powerful reflection and writing can be in dealing with life's challenges. Suppose you use this Stoic strategy every day. By making time for writing and reflection, you create a place where you can talk to yourself, question, challenge, and grow. This practice helps you focus on the day's events and how you felt about them, giving you clarity and insight. It's a chance to support your values, celebrate your progress, and realign your path toward wisdom and peace. Through Marcus Aurelius's commitment to writing and thinking, we can learn that it is in the quiet moments of reflection that we find the strength to face life with calm. This practice isn't just about writing down events, it's also about understanding our place in the world, how we should react to it, and how we can shape our future with intention and virtue. Let us embrace the Stoic habit of reflection and writing, finding in it a daily refuge for the soul, a laboratory for the mind, and a canvas for the heart. In these moments of solitude, we weave the fabric of a life full of wisdom and peace. We're halfway through today's lesson. Your presence is a great source of encouragement for us as we try to teach more people about the true values of Stoic philosophy. Please like and share this video or leave a comment. I appreciate my life. Take time for reflection and writing is a practice that urges people to stop, think, and write down their thoughts. This process helps you get your thoughts straight, set goals, deal with your feelings, and grow as a person. Giving yourself time to think and write can help you understand your situations better, make better decisions, and improve your overall health. This practice is good for your mental and emotional health, as well as your personal and work growth. How to understand reflection. People think deeply about their experiences, deeds, and beliefs during the process of reflection, which is also known as introspection. It helps you learn more about yourself, see trends in your behavior, and figure out what you can do better. Regular thought helps you learn more about yourself and grow as a person. Why writing is good. Writing down your thoughts and views can help you organize and make sense of them. It is a powerful way to show how you feel, lower your stress, and gain new ideas. By writing in a journal or diary, you can see how things are going over time and remember important personal or business moments. Setting aside time. Setting aside time every day or week to think and write will help it become a regular routine. The benefits will be greatest if you do it in a quiet, comfortable place that isn't near any other things. To get long-term benefits from this exercise, you need to be consistent with it. Tips for writing and reflecting more effectively. Ask yourself things like, what did I learn today? Or, what could I have done differently, to help you think about what you've done. Don't think about grammar or structure when you write. Just be honest and open. To get a fair view, think about both good and bad things that have happened to you, using action and feedback together. Think about the input you've gotten from others and how you can use it to get better. Make goals based on what you've learned and keep track of your progress. Use your writing as a guide to see what you've done well and what you need to work on. You can grow personally and professionally in a more thoughtful and intentional way by making writing and reflecting a regular part of your life. This will lead to a more happy and balanced life. Number 6. Practice gratitude. Stoicism puts a lot of emphasis on living a good life, and practicing gratitude is seen as a key part of that. It can bring you both knowledge and peace. Epictetus said that thanks is not only the best virtue, but also the parent of all others. It changes the way we see things. Gratitude changes our focus from what we don't have to what we do have, which gives us a peace and happiness that can't be matched. Think about Marcus Aurelius's life. He was a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor who found comfort and strength in practicing thanks while dealing with the difficulties of being a leader and the problems of his time. His thoughts show that he is very dedicated to seeing the good in his life and the ways that other people have helped him. The simple pleasures that each day brought him are not only reflections, but also proof of the power of gratitude in navigating life with grace. To practice gratitude, all you have to do is start each day with a moment of reflection on the blessings in your life, no matter how small they may seem. Acknowledge the beauty of the world around you, the kindness of friends, and the comfort of a home. Like Marcus Aurelius, keep a gratitude journal, writing down the daily gifts that life gives you. This habit of mind becomes a wellspring of peace and wisdom. When we practice gratitude, we align ourselves with the Stoic idea that it is not our circumstances that define our quality of life, but how we respond to them. By choosing gratitude, we choose to celebrate the present, honor our interconnectedness, and live each day with a heart full of appreciation and a mind at peace. Being grateful means noticing and enjoying the good things in your life, no matter how big or small they are. It means being grateful for what you have and telling other people how much you appreciate them. Expressing thanks can improve your health, make your relationships better, and help you think positively. Here are 5 important lessons on how to show gratitude. Recognize the good things. Daily reflection. Every day, take a moment to think about the good things that have happened to you, the things you've accomplished, and the people who have made you happy. Gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 to 5 things you're thankful for. This will help you make it a habit to notice the good things in your life. Say thank you to others. Verbal appreciation. Let the people in your life know how much you value them on a regular basis. Something as easy as telling a friend or co-worker how much you appreciate their help can count as this. Notes of thanks. To show your appreciation in a more formal way, write and send thank you cards. This act of kindness can have a big effect on the person who receives it. Being mindful and present. Mindful moments. Practice being fully present in every moment, whether you're eating, hanging out with friends and family, or going for a walk in the woods. Take note of and enjoy these times. Gratitude meditation. Do guided gratitude meditation to become more aware of and grateful for the good thing in your life and the present moment. Change the view. Reframe challenges. Learn to see failures and problems as chances to learn and grow. Being thankful for the hard things that happen can help you get stronger. Focus on having plenty. Focus on what you have instead of what you don't have. This change in point of view can make you happier and more satisfied. Consistency is important. Add being thankful to your daily routine to make it a habit. Being consistent is key to making gratitude a long-term habit, whether you do it by writing in a book, meditating, or talking about it. Share your thanks. Get other people to show thanks. Talk about your experiences and encourage the people around you to be thankful. Being grateful can change the way you see life, make you feel better emotionally, and make your relationships stronger. You can make a habit of gratitude that makes your life and the lives of those around you better by noticing the good things, saying thank you, staying mindful, changing your viewpoint, and being consistent. Number 7. Engage in negative visualization. Have you ever thought about how the seemingly contradictory Stoic practice of negative thinking could lead to a day full of peace and wisdom? This old practice doesn't make us pessimistic. Instead, it helps us accept that life changes quickly and enjoy the present moment. Deeper Seneca, a Stoic philosopher who lived in the wealth and political intrigue of imperial Rome, often thought about how temporary his good fortune was. He would imagine losing everything he valued, not to dwell on his misery, but to make himself stronger and more grateful for the present. In his letters to his friends, he often talked about this practice, stressing how thinking about loss or hardship ahead of time makes it less painful and shocking when it does happen. This vision wasn't about holding on to fear. It was about achieving a deep sense of balance and peace in the face of life's inevitable changes by picturing its possible bad times. Seneca discovered that he could enjoy each day more by valuing the fleeting gifts of life more. By using this Stoic strategy, we can learn to hold our joys and sorrows lightly, so that we can live in full knowledge of how fragile life is, which makes us value the present moment more. This way of thinking teaches us that peace doesn't come from external security, but from being stable inside and ready to handle whatever life throws at us with a positive attitude. So let's see negative visualization not as a morbid obsession, but as a way to become stronger, more grateful, and at peace. By realizing that everything changes, we can live each day with a clearer view. Happiness in your heart for the short-lived beauty of life, and peace in your thought about how the world is always changing. Imagine losing something or someone important to you. This is a technique called negative visualization that comes from Stoic philosophy. This activity makes you more grateful for what you already have and helps you get ready for possible losses. Thinking about the worst-case scenarios on a daily basis can help people become more resilient, better handle their expectations, and feel better overall. How to understand negative visualization. You can practice negative visualization by picturing yourself losing something or going through a bad experience. Stoicism, an old Greek philosophy that says you should focus on what you can control and accept what you can't, is where this practice comes from. Advantages of visualizing the bad. Increased resilience. If you mentally get ready for problems that might happen, you can handle real problems with more strength and calm. Thankfulness. Realizing that things change over time makes you value what you have, which leads to a sense of thankfulness and contentment. Less anxiety. Facing your fears directly can make them less powerful, which can help you feel less anxious and stressed. Here's how to do negative visualization. Find important areas. Think about different parts of your life, like your health, relationships, and things you own. Think of loss or change. Imagine losing something or going through a big change in these areas. Think about what you could do and how you would handle things. Think about your feelings. Pay close attention to how you feel as you do this practice. Make yourself emotionally strong and ready by becoming more aware of these things. How it works in real life. Regular practice. Visualize bad things every day, maybe when you have some time to yourself in the morning or before bed. Mindful reflection. After picturing, give yourself some time to think about the good things in your life. This balance helps you keep a good point of view. Writing in a journal. Write down your thoughts and events that come up when you think negatively. This can help you keep track of your success and emotional growth. Getting rid of false ideas, not pessimism, visualizing negative things. Does not mean you are negative or that you think about bad things all the time. That is, it is a responsible way to get ready for the unknowns in life. Approach that is balanced. To stay upbeat and motivated, it's important to alternate between negative and positive visualization. Fear no more. The goal is not to live in fear of hard things that might happen, but to feel empowered by knowing that you can handle them. Number 8. Prepare for interactions with others. How often do we stop to think about how our interactions with others affect our quest for a peaceful and wise life? Stoicism teaches us that we should prepare for these interactions not just as social duties, but as chances to practice virtue and gain deeper understanding. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, showed this in the way he ran the government. Every morning he would remind himself that he would have to deal with people who were dishonest, unfair, and treacherous, but he was determined to respond with kindness, patience, and understanding, knowing that these traits came from within him. This story about Marcus Aurelius is a strong example of how to get ready to talk to other people. By preparing for the challenges and variations in how people act, we can go into every interaction with a sense of calm and purpose. Marcus thought that even the hardest interactions were chances to show his dedication to Stoic principles, which told him to be fair and calm. By taking this approach, we not only protect ourselves from the problems that can come up in our interactions with others, but we also help make the world a better place for everyone. We can meet each person with a clear mind and a compassionate heart, ready to give the best of ourselves and to welcome the best in others. Let us take a moment every day to prepare for our interactions by thinking about the virtues we want to embody and reminding ourselves of the humanity that binds us all. By doing this, we lay the groundwork for a day full of wisdom, peace, and meaningful connections. Let's grow together. How will this help us get ready to talk to other people? Way change your life. Below, share your stories so that others can learn from them. Talking to other people is an important part of our daily lives, whether we're at work, at home, or with friends. It's much easier to communicate, build stronger connections, and get more done when you're ready for these kinds of interactions. To be prepared, you need to know what's going on, know the cultural norms, improve your speaking skills, and keep a positive and polite attitude. This guide has important information that will help you get ready for your contacts with other people. Know the background and goal. Find out what kind of contact it is. A business meeting, a casual chat, a negotiation, or a way to settle a disagreement. Make your goals and what you want to get out of the exchange clear. Find out as much as you can about the person or group you are going to deal with. Improve your communication skills. Pay attention to what the other person is saying and don't talk over them. Make sure your speech is clear and to the point so no one gets confused. Maintaining eye contact, nodding and smiling are all good ways to show that you are interested and engaged. Awareness of other cultures. Know and accept that cultural differences can affect how people talk and act. Don't assume things based on stereotypes or ideas you already have. Change how you talk to people so that you are more open and aware of their cultural background. Intelligence in emotions. Being self-aware will help you understand your feelings and how they affect the way you connect with others. Try to understand how other people feel and see things by showing understanding. Stay calm and in control of your stress, especially when things are hard or stressful. Get ready logistically. Before the contact, make sure you have all the materials or information you need ready, like presentations, documents, or notes. Make good use of your time to avoid being rushed or late. You should pick a place that is good for the kind of conversation you want to have, like a coffee shop or a quiet meeting room. By giving your contacts with others careful thought, you can make deeper and more useful connections, handle tricky social situations with ease, and have better results in your personal and professional life. Number 9. Practice mindfulness and attention. How can we stay in the present moment when life is so busy and there are so many things that want our attention? Stoic philosophers taught us that awareness and attention are very important for living a wise and peaceful life. Marcus Aurelius, a great example of Stoic thought, practiced mindfulness by carefully watching his actions and thoughts to make sure they were in line with the virtues of Stoicism. He believed that by focusing on the present, one could rise above the chaos of the outside world and find peace within. To practice mindfulness, we could follow Aurelius's lead and start our day with a moment of quiet reflection, asking ourselves, what virtues do I want to embody today? Focus sets the tone for a day filled with purpose, presence, and purposeful breathing. Throughout the day, we can take a moment to breathe, observe our surroundings with fresh eyes, and listen deeply, not only to what is being said, but also to the silence between words, where understanding often fades. Inspires us to apply similar attention to our daily lives, whether we are talking to a friend, working, or just being alone. Mindfulness allows us to fully engage with each experience, acknowledging our thoughts and emotions without judging them. By practicing mindfulness and attention, we invite clarity and calm into our lives, turning ordinary moments into chances for growth and connection. Let us then cultivate the art of mindfulness and carry it with us as a torch, making sure that every step we take is guided by awareness and steeped in the tranquility of the present moment. Mindfulness and attention practices are important ways to improve your general health, mental clarity, and ability to control your emotions. Mindfulness helps people become more aware of their thoughts, feelings, and surroundings by focusing on the present moment without judging it. This method comes from old meditation practices, but it is now widely used in psychology and healthcare because it works so well. Developing your attention through mindfulness can help you focus, feel less stressed, and have more peace and balance in your daily life. How to understand mindfulness? What is mindfulness? Being mindful means consciously focusing on the present time without judging it. The goal is to help people become more aware of their ideas, feelings, and sensations, which leads to a better understanding of both themselves and their surroundings. Simple techniques for being mindful. Breathing exercises. Pay attention to your breath and feel the air going in and out of your body. This can help you calm down and get your thoughts in order. Body scan. Visualize moving your mind from your head to your toes, noticing any feelings, stress, or painful spots and letting them go. Getting people's attention. Attention focused. Pick something, a sound or an action to focus on. Bring your attention back to the target slowly when your mind wanders. Open monitoring. Look at all of your experiences inside and outside of you without getting attached to them. This practice can make you more aware and less likely to respond without thinking. Pros of practicing mindfulness and paying attention. Less stress. Being mindful lowers cortisol levels, which makes you feel less stressed and anxious generally. Better focus. Regular practice can make it easier to pay attention to jobs, which can lead to more work getting done. Emotional regulation. Being mindful makes you more aware of and in charge of your emotions, which helps you deal with tough feelings better. Bringing mindfulness into your everyday life. Mindful eating. Enjoy each bite without taking your mind off of what you're eating by focusing on its taste, texture, and smell. Mindful walking. Pay attention to how your feet feel on the ground, the flow of your steps, and what's going on around you. Mindful communication. Don't talk over other people when they're talking, and when you do, speak with purpose and awareness. People can experience big improvements in their mental clarity, emotional balance, and general quality of life by making these mindfulness and attention practices a part of their daily lives. Number 10. Remind yourself to be virtuous. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of daily life in this day and age, and we often forget how important it is to keep our morals. Virtues are the moral traits and actions that show what we believe in and help us act in an honest, kind, and smart way. Reminding ourselves to be good helps us live a meaningful life that makes a positive difference in the world. If we follow it, our actions and choices will be for the better good, which will lead to a more peaceful and caring society. How to understand virtue. Being honest, brave, compassionate, and humble are all examples of virtue. It means constantly living our daily lives with these traits. The first step in making values a part of our character is to understand what they are and how important they are. Think about yourself. Self-reflection on a regular basis is important for growth. Take some time to think about what you did and what you decided. Ask yourself if they fit with the good things you believe in. This practice helps people figure out what they need to work on and reinforces good behavior. Being mindful and making choices. Being aware of and planning your activities can help you make sure they are in line with your virtues. Take a moment to think about how your acts might affect other people and yourself. Try to make choices that are moral and helpful. Good examples of behavior. Spend time with people who have the qualities you want to have. Positive role models can keep you on the right road by inspiring and motivating you. Take what they've taught you and ask for help when you're having problems. Practice. All the time. Building virtue is a process that lasts a lifetime. Always act in a good way and encourage that behavior in every part of your life. Enjoy your success and give yourself time to recover when you slip up. Don't forget that the goal is not perfection, but steady work to become a better person. Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "Always keep your word." This saying has been passed down through the ages and invites us into the heart of Stoicism, the unwavering commitment to ethics in all areas of life. According to Stoicism, ethics is more than just a set of rules to follow. It's a compass that guides our actions to make sure they are in line with virtue and the common good. Let's look into the life of Cay the Younger, who was known for his stoic virtues and moral unwaveringness. At a time when Rome was rife with corruption, Cay stood out as a shining example of honesty. His refusal to give in to bribes, his dedication to justice, and his loyalty to the Republic, even in the face of personal loss and public ridicule, show what it means to be stoic and committed to living an honest life. Cat's life shows us that being ethical doesn't depend on what other people do or the promise of a reward. Instead, it's a personal standard we uphold no matter what pressures are coming from the outside. To live ethically like Cato did, we need to remind ourselves every day of the values we stand for. Question not only the legality, but also the morality of our actions, and make a commitment to integrity. It means being honest with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us, even when lying might get you short-term wins. By being ethical, even when someone doesn't seem to deserve it, and making choices that are good for us and the people around us, we not only ensure a day full of wisdom and peace, but also create a life with lasting impact and a noble legacy. Let us remember to be ethical, not as a burden, but as a noble pursuit that enriches our lives and the lives of those around us. We have just finished a meaningful journey together today with 10 Stoic lessons to help you have a day full of wisdom and peace. These teachings are deeply rooted in the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and offer us a way to live a life marked by tranquility, resilience, and purposeful living. Each lesson is a step toward mastering our reactions, aligning our actions with our values, and embracing the beauty of the present moment. As a listener, I urge you to incorporate these practices into your daily life. By doing so, you unlock a world where peace and wisdom are not just ideas, but real things. Let us walk this path together, cultivating a life of virtue, tranquility, and joy, for it is within our power to turn our days and, by extension, our lives into a testament to the lasting strength and beauty of the Stoic spirit. If today's journey with the Stoic philosophy has given you ideas, please click the like button, leave a message with your thoughts, and don't forget to tell everyone you know about these deep ideas. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos we share. See you in the next video.